Oh, I think we got BP muted on the screen here. Let's see if we can get a little, he's going through. Yeah, we can see you, but we can't hear you, baby. You know what? And if folks in the chat, if you think zero costume, if you think Joey K is pulling off the FanDuel ad read, you got another thing coming. So I'll keep it warm here while BP gets it going. It's your Friday. Hit the books with Joey K and maybe the godfather of CFP, Brad Powers. If he can get it, is the thing, a little going here. I got to tell you, yeah, we'll give you a Joey Pucks. We'll give you some best bets. I got no shot at the ad read. So the show's presented by FanDuel. The next 12 paragraphs that BP usually goes through, you can get right out of that. So hopefully he gets it back and gets rolling. Because I got to tell you, yeah, we'll have some Joey Pucks here. And then we'll have, but first, we'll talk the college football slate here, get a couple of little Friday night action, and go into we got a couple. I got to tell you, folks, we got a couple of BP and I were talking earlier, and let's see if can we hear him?
You got me?
There we go.
I don't know what the deal is.
You're back, baby. I tell you what, I was stalling until the ad read because I told the chat woof, that would have been a rough one.
I don't know. Maybe it's my mic, but it's got the green. You can see it's from Sure Mics.
No, nice.
I don't know what the hell's going on. I was doing the ad read. We got to pay the bills. So let me get that out of the way, and then we'll see if we still have a show. We are indeed brought to you by FanDuel. You can fire up your Saturdays. FanDuel has a boost you don't want to miss. It's called Boosting with the Boys, and it's giving everyone a college football profit boost every single week, whether it's, the Tennessee, Oklahoma, big matchup. We got Vanderbilt-Texas, Georgia, Florida, you name it, bunch of games. Whether it's parlays, sides, totals, you name it. Here's how it works. Each week, FanDuel is giving everyone a profit boost to use on their college football. No opt-in gymnastics, no invite-only nonsense. Everybody gets the boost. We're talking real games, real teams, real Saturdays with an extra payout on the line. It's easy, it's fun, and it's only on FanDuel. What you need to do, go to FanDuel.com/hitthebooks. That's FanDuel.com/hitthebooks. Download the app, check out the Boosting with the Boys offer, and get in on the action. Disclaimer, you must be 21 plus. The president select states for Kansas and affiliation with the Kansas Star Casino, 18 plus. President, D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Often required. Bonus issues and non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restricted supply, including any token expiration, max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER, or visit FanDuel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut, or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support. Massachusetts, call 1-877-8-HOPE New York, or text Hope New York in New York. All right. Hopefully, no more issues with me.
Yeah, little A. Nothing like.
I don't know what happened there. I usually don't have issues. So happy Halloween to you guys.
Maybe there's a ghost in the house. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, it's getting a little spooky here on a Friday to start. So what's the Halloween plans? Which Ohio football game you going to tonight?
I'm not going to any, believe it or not. So the top, it's a new seeding, top 4 seeds. I'll have a bye. So the matchups are sexy. So no streak on the line tonight. So therefore BP's not traveling anywhere. Staying inside, enjoying. We got 3 good games tonight. So we'll talk about them in a second.
Uh-oh.
How was your week, though? We did have a best bet loser the other night. It wasn't a good one. Bad second half for Texas State. JMU continues to roll along. Our buddy, that serves us right for going against our guy, Bob Chesney.
Yeah. You know what? We literally give him the Penn State job and then don't back him, and he comes back and says, "Yeah, this is why I should be the next coach of Penn State, because I just beat this team's ass by 30 points." Man, that Texas State defense, woof. Also, this was not on the. I had some UTEP. Oh man, that was about as.
Oh, rough. I did too.
Yeah, it was about as rough as it gets there with the phantom roughing the passer. They punch it in when they could have just ended the game, needed out, and they're punching it in, and it's 3rd down, and they're going to kick the field goal if they stop them, and they all get in the backfield, and the guy goes outside and scores a touchdown. So, yeah, bad. Screw China. Bad beat. That was a rough one. So, yeah, the midweek action did not treat us very nice, I'll tell you that. So, happy it's Friday, and happy that I think isn't Oh, yeah. We got weekday action next week. You can get rid of this fucking CUSA garbage. And then some midweek, some midweek fun belt. So, yeah. Good night, CUSA. Hope I never watch another CUSA game the rest of the season.
Speaking of CUSA, let's just get right to the super chats. Matt N in with $10. Hey guys, is Nick Minicucci playing? If yes, is Delaware the best bet out of Delaware +3, Hawaii +1.5, or Virginia Tech +10.5? Thanks. I don't know. I watched even coaches' press conferences. Idiot beat reporters don't even ask the question. You would think a guy doesn't finish the game last week, gets KO'd. That'd be the first question they ask for the next Tuesday coach.
Yep. No, and I know BP's getting a little choppy here, but the long story short is not 100% sure. Line went 3.5 to 3. That's one, though, the lack of what we'll call information for Delaware and sources and beat reporting, that's when you're just going to have to see who's warming up on the field an hour beforehand. So we've obviously got some Delaware in pocket. If he goes, I'll be adding even more there. I'll be honest. So that's one we're live. We haven't even discussed yet what noon game we're doing, but we'll be live probably about, like 1:30-ish to 2, for the halftime show. So we'll see, hopefully, early part of warmups for that one. Because I got to tell you, if I like that a lot. I like that a lot if he's playing. If he's not playing, it's an absolute, if you haven't got in yet, I'd call it a stay away, but I don't know. I don't know. The Moles, I haven't got anything yet. That's a program that it's a little bit hard to get out of information from. So we'll see what we're doing there. But BP, I just told him, long story short, we're going to have to probably wait till warm-ups on the Delaware game to see who's getting the first team reps in that, because I haven't heard anything. Only thing we've seen is a little bit of market tick back. The 3.5s got bought up. Other than that, I have got no good info on the QB carousel.
I don't know what's up. Holden in the chat says BP dressed up as shitty internet connection for Halloween this year. I have not had an issue all day. So I don't know what's going on right now. That's funny though, Holden. Yeah, I think we'll know a little bit earlier than that. Availability report. I think they come out an hour before the kickoff.
Yeah.
That one for Conference USA. I think that's their rule. So hopefully we get an idea tomorrow morning, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. So the appropriate bets can be made. But if not, we'll know when we're doing the halftime show. And speaking of the halftime show tomorrow, we are doing, I made an executive decision, like always, doing Vanderbilt and Texas. Pretty good one. We got a best bet on that. Unfortunately, we got some negative CLV. Bet the under. The total has went up.
So I think probably an indicator Arch is going to go. And most of the things you've heard throughout the week, he's practicing. My guess is they clear him. I got to tell you, before kick tomorrow, Joey K might be double dipping on the total. So
yes, I agree.
I'm even with Arch, I'm still okay. Obviously, you never want to get on the wrong side of the number, but this will be, I will be adding more before kick tomorrow, so we'll see where that's at. Especially if he gets announced in and you see even a little more on the oversteam, then I'll be even dipping on the under there, dipping more on the under. So we'll see where that goes. But just because since we won't be on until after that game kicks off, obviously we're doing the halftime. So just telling everybody how I'm going to play it there.
Yeah, 47.5, I think, is certainly doable. And we saw that, I had a few books out there. Full disclosure, I shut off my odds screen to hopefully help my internet. Maybe it couldn't handle having, 30 windows open at once like it normally does. So I won't be able to tell people today if I sound different. Oh, yeah, shop. It's got one book, far away or 4-letter network type of thing. Won't be doing that today. Hopefully it helps my shitty internet. I agree, though. Did you do anything side? You take Texas side?
This is listen, I'll do a BP here and say I took some Vandy early, look ahead 3.5, came back on some Texas later. I think it's right about where it should be now at the, juice 2.5, 3-ish.
Fair enough. Mondo Burger asks, is New Mexico live? Yeah, I agree. Let's just get to that. And just in case I can't set you up for some of this later in the show.
I was going to say, in case, the Amazon servers go down again, then we'll at least have the Moneyline round robin out there. Barb, cue me up. So we're going to go. First one there is New Mexico live. You damn straight they are. Maybe not the way the Moneyline round robin's been going the last couple of weeks, but this week, baby, give me New Mexico, UNLV. This has got to be the most fraudulent team. I don't know if UNLV and Virginia in the fraudulent bowl for which team should be, it should have like 4 more losses. So I think they go down. I love New Mexico. Just Jason Eck, like the team, the red, like all of it, New Mexico. Even though I got to be honest with you, I thought they'd have a little bit of better year. Like I thought it was a team you bet every week against the spread for like the whole season be good. They've had a couple of notes performance, but to me this week, live dog. Cal's won. And what did I just say? That who's the most fraudulent team in the country outside of UNLV, and it's Virginia going across the country here. Give me Cal at home, even though markets ticked up a little bit on this one. There's even now some 6s out there. I think, Cal's been a little Jekyll and Hyde too, but give me a live dog here against a team that, cannot show it. They're due. We'll call it that. They're due for an L. Central Michigan, I haven't seen our Dub fan in the chat yet, but I know he's going to love this one. This is a rivalry game. I don't know the trophy offhand. I've been to this game a few times, the old Central Western. So we're going fire up chips, throw out the record books. I don't think, even though Western's been playing better, to be honest with you, I don't think there's a huge separation between either of these teams. So give it probably an ugly game, coin flip either way. Give me Central. And then you know what? I see the chat already lathering up. Fuck it. Oregon State.
Oof.
Give me the Beavs. Give me Oregon State to finally break through. I was watching. We got it going with Laffy after the big win over Lafayette. We're going to keep it rolling. I'm on them on the spread. Wazoo has played like this, almost like an SEC level stretch of games, just boom, 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 boom. And they've been playing up to a lot of the competition, or competition's been playing down to them. I think they get got this weekend. I think they go into Corvallis and get pinched out for this one. So that is your, I don't know what week is this? Week 10 Moneyline. Week 10 Moneyline round robin parlay, college football parlay of the week. It'll be up on the site, and let's at least go 2 or 4 this week, if not 3, if not the magical 4.
All right, I think 2, or you know which ones I like.
Yeah, Victory Cannon game. Thanks you, Joe, in the chat. The old Victory Cannon.
There you go. I didn't even know that. I just know the Michigan Mac championship on the line. All right, fair enough. Back to the chat. Miguel at $2 sent it in. But I don't got a question.
Miguel, give us hit the chat. Give us a question with what you got. We'll follow up with you.
Trevor next, 499. Thoughts on Cincinnati plus 10.5, Texas Tech -7. Malachi Tony receiving yards. Wide receiver ones have been killing SMU, and Summerall was sandbagging for my UK Wildcats last night. Thank you. that dude, we didn't talk last night's games. Obviously, had a couple upsets there. Very surprised. Tulane. Not that they lost, but I mean we're blown out of the building in the first half. So
yep.
As far as those bets, I'm not there on Cincy. 10.5's, obviously one of the better numbers all week in the market. What's going on there? Because you were telling me on Monday that line was only going to go up, and it obviously blew through 7, blew through 10. What's going on there? I mean, Dampier's going to play, but I think he's going to have a short leash.
One of my guys that usually only bets on like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because he's looking for big fills, wanted to go on Utah early. So that tells me that one, you got to get for the position he wanted, it was going to have to hit a number of places, and 2, that he thought it was real good enough to go at that point. So, and he's a sharp guy, so expected that one to go out. I will say though, man, I could not bet Utah anymore at this number, even though they look. I don't think I'm going to curveball this because I don't have a bet on the spread now at 10.5. Is there a way they can sneak into this Big 12 championship game? What's got to happen? Because I tell you right now, Texas Tech's now a little banged up. I would take Utah over anybody else in the Big 12 right now with the way that the way things are trending. If you give me a championship game next week, I think they could get Tech. And I don't think anybody else can, but I don't think they don't have the losing the BYU game. I think they're just sunk on the tiebreakers.
Well, lost Texas Tech too and BYU, so they're behind those two teams. You'd have to. Yeah. I don't think Tech's losing again. We'll say that in Kansas State will beat them tomorrow.
BYU would need to lose twice.
Yeah, and I don't know. They could, but I don't. And then who else is in the mix there? That they would. I don't know if they don't tiebreakers over the other teams in the mix. Houston's in the mix. I think is TCU still in the mix? No, maybe not. I agree. I mean, they're certainly up there. I still would have to. You think Utah be favored over Tech on a neutral?
No. Not favored, but I think they can get. I think they would get them this time.
All right, fair enough. If we only knew their quarterback injury report ahead of time for the game, but did what was it? Bird Ficklin, I think his name was. Big performance out of him last week. Miguel, going back to him, he wants to know Cal +5. Well, he knows that now. We like Cal live. Arizona -4, UCF +3.5, Hawaii +1.5. I don't disagree with any of those sides. Those would be the sides. I originally bet Baylor, but the markets told me I'm way wrong on that one, and they might be up for Aranda. I really like Arizona. I think you can get a little cheaper than 4. You can probably get late 3.5. I just betting to see if Colorado is done, if they're waving the white flag on the Coach Prime era. And power ratings wise, I like Hawaii.
Where you at on looks like FanDuel's got the best number in the market in Arizona.
Best bet it.
Yeah, let's go.
Boom. Best bet Arizona. I want to have something on that one.
Yeah.
Because there would be, if Arizona won by 4 touchdowns, that would be one. Oh my God, regret. How can I not bet against Colorado? They were a dead cat last week. Probably had the worst first half performance of any team in college football this season last week. So, yeah, I like that. Arizona off a bye, couple of close losses, could have beaten Houston, could have beaten BYU. Love it. Arizona -3.5.
Yeah, I'm with you. I know sometimes you get the are you going to beat the team off a big blowout? They come back the next week. I don't know if I see it in Colorado. I don't know if I see it in the matchup. And also this number, I probably wouldn't. If this was still 4.5, 5, 6. You stay away. Now that we've teetered down a little bit, I think 3.5 is probably as cheap as it's getting to. I don't think you see another wave to 3.
Oh, I mean, it won't last long. I'll tell you that if it does. Yeah. So, love Arizona. Yeah, and I also I get the whole sentiment there. Buy low on Colorado off that performance, but I think I'd like it more if Arizona wasn't off a bye, and then they're also buy low stock. Off of 2 games they could have won. So. Any others? Hawaii, I think, is the right side there. We talked Cal, UCF. I mean, I think the doctor's on that one. Tent's on UCF. So there's a match. Back to the chat. Joseph Mann, $1.99. Memphis on upset alert. Bad spot, I believe. Yeah, I would agree. Obviously, they get the big win over USF last week.
Yep.
I'm not wild about it because Rice just won outright as a double-digit underdog last week, but it's one that I bet early in the week. I like Rice. Where you at on that one?
Me too. Was on did a YBYB hit yesterday, and that was one of the games we touched on as the 14th. There's still fans of FanDuel don't have it, but there's still half the market's 14. I thought 14 was worth the play. I think the spot is just brutal for Memphis, and I used the Memphis and Toledo. Two peas in a pod here for teams when you're in a bad spot off a big victory as a double-digit favorite. How many times do they not show up or are in a sweat or one of those? And Rice, even though they've cost me, probably future kids college fund over the years, the last few years in this show. You know what? offense showed up versus UConn, got the upset last week, and it's been moderately better. UTSA, they got crushed, but I don't know. I like the spot, and I think it's a good letdown for Memphis. 2 TDs at home. Give it to me.
If I fade out against, because I had to fire up my odds screen again. I feel like I'm doing this show naked without at least an odds screen in front of me. I mean, so if I fade out, then we know that's the issue. But I got to try. But there's enough 14s out there on Rice. I think that's a decent bet tonight. Did you do anything else? I would lean North Carolina, Syracuse, probably lean under there. You can find as high as 45.5. Boy, Conference USA is tough. I would give me 17 though. I mean, I don't know if anybody should be a 17-point favorite over anybody in that conference. I know Sam Houston State's horrific. And speaking of tonight, I wanted to get those games in there because Kirk's asking about FCS tonight, giving me $5. Did you do anything? I did not bet side or total on either game tonight. I think Duck likes Northern Arizona. That's the only order I saw that came across my screen on tonight.
Yeah, I had some guys like Brown, but it was like too good. I think it was around like 10.5. So it's thin now. So like right now, I mean, there's juice 10, a couple juice 10.5s, a couple super juice 12.5. So it kind of got beat up already. But that was that one. And yeah, I saw Ducks on UNA. But that was all I got tonight. So it would be a small lean pizza bet on Brown if you can get better than 10.
Did you bet the other 2 games, North Carolina, Syracuse, or Sam Houston, La Tech?
No, I'm with you on Sam Houston as a lean. I don't know if I'd go best bet at 17. I know one of my guys played some 17.5. I'm actually gonna throw. I hadn't bet it already. I'm gonna throw in a little 17.
Yeah, I think 17's
right here.
17's a decent bet. If you had to bet something like right now,
yeah,
that's what I'd like tonight.
I understand the move on North Carolina due to like recent performance. I'm just worried about like how many games do you gag away in a row and then have to get up and go to the Carrier Dome and play a Q's team that's not very good, but I mean the offense can get you a little bit if you're getting some at home, quarterback. So gun to my head now at like pick, I'd probably small lean Q's, but I haven't bet that one. I'm probably not going to on the side.
I don't have, even though North Carolina's been playing well, the trust factor is not there. We'll see what Syracuse does with about time they go to a different quarterback. Ricky Collins is terrible. Yeah, we'll see. Going back to the chat. Jack Fletcher, $1.99. Texas 60-1 to win it all.
No,
I don't like it.
No, Jack, no. Jack,
could be dead tomorrow.
No, Jack, don't do it. I don't even even if they went on a run to make the playoff, like that is not a national championship offensive line and quarterback. It's just not. The defense, you can make an argument, but it's not even elite defense. It's very good, but it's not. No, Jack. Yeah, Jack. I was going to say, Jack, we almost need to refight.
After watching them the last 2 weeks against 2 bottom feeders in the SEC, very fortunate to win both games. You think they're going to beat Vanderbilt, Georgia, Texas A&M? Because that's what they have to do to get in.
Right. To even get in. And then
get in. They're going to beat the Buckeyes, Indiana, Oregon, Notre Dame, teams like that.
Jack.
No. But if you want to book that with me, I'll tell you what. I'll do you one better. I'll give you 100 to 1.
Yeah, Jack, don't do that, my friend.
We love you, Jack.
Yeah, but
no,
that is not.
Don't do that.
We usually don't speak that definitively in a lot of cases, but with pride. But no, I don't. There would be. I'd rather do anything with my money than that. Just to put in perspective, I really want to fade Vanderbilt this week, but I'm kind of pissed that they're playing Texas of all teams, if that makes sense. Yeah.
I don't know. Eric in the chat, 999. Joey, did your girl make you shave the facial hair? Is Belichick the right side tonight?
No, was actually disappointed that I did, but you know what? Test drive, and then it was like starting to get annoying. I'm itching on my face. I was like, maybe I'll bring it back in November. So we'll see. We might have a little you might pop up.
Bring it back in November. That's tomorrow.
I know. I mean, at some point in November, we might have another little surprise pop up. But I can't do permanent facial hair. I only like, a little tester here and there, but that's all I got. And what was it? Wait, what was the rest of it?
He's asking about Belichick tonight.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, it's not there. I mean, honestly, I was being greedy. I was holding out. Did you ever see a 3? I never saw it.
No, I mean, I would agree. That was like, I think a lot of people were sitting on 3, then somebody went on 2.5, and
Yeah,
that's the end of that.
no patience anymore. This is the most patient I've ever been. People are pissed. Like, I mean, why didn't you release some picks? I don't know. Just like, I feel like if you don't see your number, just wait. You'll eventually probably see it. I mean, this market is stunning. I mean, it's just the backs and forths. It's just, we'll see. Although I gotta say, board's kind of quiet. This is probably the quietest Friday we've had. They're probably prepping for that 160 games on Monday for college hoops. Oof. I don't. That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of yep.
Old BP can't do that no more. Kevin Corona, $5. Got some free play on the PPH. Can only play up to plus 300. I'm sorry.
Plus 300 doggy.
I'm going to read that 300 to 1. What's your favorite dog around that range? I'll hang up and listen. I haven't looked at something like that. I think I have one, though. Oh, no, I don't. I think it's too high.
What do you mean, too high?
It's not. He says he can only play up to 3 to 1, right?
It's not 3 to 1 or higher.
Oh, it has to be 3 to 1 or higher, or up to 3 to 1. I might be retarded on this. It has to be 3 to 1 or higher.
I thought so.
Oh, okay. Maybe I just read that wrong. Barb says is play up to 3.
Oh, all right. Well, then you know what?
And you had me like, I was like, man, I have bad internet. Maybe I misspoke. Maybe I misheard. You know the one I have, the big dog that I think might be live. I hate this team, but I don't trust the big favorite, South Carolina. Would you be stunned if Lane laid an egg this week?
No, I would not. I would not. That's
not helping him, no, because that's plus 360. I could see Arkansas State, who's pulled a bunch. Troy's been fortunate. That would be one plus 250 range. I don't know. What's your favorite one in the money line round robin? That's juicy.
Yeah,
New Mexico, Cal.
I'd say New Mexico.
I agree. New Mexico is my favorite one that you gave out. So there you go. That's the play. New Mexico. Shane in $5. Joey Baby, Hilltoppers, quarterback 2, maybe better than quarterback 1. I think we just have to lay it again. And also NC State plus 6.5. I watched that game because I was contemplating Western to give it a go this week. I liked Tisdale in the first half. Didn't like in the second half when the script ran dry.
Yeah.
And another thing, I'm a game of inches guy. They converted a 4th and 10 barely in overtime. Otherwise, game's over. They lose. So what's the line then? I'm always like that. So let's just say, did you see BP give out Western Kentucky minus 8.5 on the service? No, I wasn't overly impressed. But I do like the kid's future, though. I mean, he could be a good quarterback. They don't have to go to the portal next year. I think he'll be good enough, but I can't trust him laying the touchdown here.
No,
did you do anything with NC State?
I know if we just shut up and bet the Toppers for the entire season, we'd be
we'd be ahead. Except when they played Toledo. I think we bet them that week.
Yeah, except when we took them as touchdown dog versus Toledo and they got housed. I agree. I can't get over the touchdown. I'm a little, and man, I know I'm with you there. We're like the Tisdale, it's one of those things. Now it's on tape what they're going to run one with them. So, and again, I know New Mexico State's trash, but everybody in this conference is trash. So it's like
I can't trust anything in this conference.
No,
if you told me New Mexico State won, I'd be like, yep. Or if Western Kentucky won by 35, I'd be like, yep. Did you do anything with NC State? I needed a 7 there. I think they're probably the sharper side. Boy, down to 5.5. So that's money today.
Man, oh man, I really liked them last week, and the defense.
They're banged up on defense.
They are banged up. That defense is getting gashed every week, and I know Georgia Tech as a score road fave. They slow tempo. They don't look, but man, they just like pounding teams into oblivion every week. And I know the spot screams NC State. I needed a 7 to get there, and it's not going to get there, so
No,
I
it's
haven't gotten
not.
involved.
I can't. I watched them. We had them, didn't we, against Notre Dame? I mean, that was 7-7, or maybe I had them. 7-7 with like 30 seconds left in the second quarter. They can't cover 24.5.
Yep.
Rough. They're banged up on defense. I'm guessing the Joe Lee tight end can't get there.
Yeah, no, he's out for the year.
Bailey is just too inconsistent for me. I do like Hollywood Smothers, but no, I think this Georgia Tech team is pretty locked in. Action Sports Central. Here we go. $2. BG Buffalo thoughts. Who is BG's quarterback? That's a good question. I don't think we know on that one yet. I'm telling you, I think there's a decent chance quarterback 4 is out there. 119.
I need you down at
the Drew Pine might come back.
I need you down at the facility all morning. I don't know how you're going to do the show from there.
I don't know how I'm going to do it.
If you gave me Pine, this might be one of my favorite bets on the board is BG at, 1.5, 2. If it's not Pine, you can't do it. You just can't.
Can't do it. Buffalo would be one of the best because we're talking a 4-stringer.
I know. But
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Do you know anything about this?
I don't. Last words I got. I watched Eddie's press conference. I don't have great faith that Drew's going to play. I will try to get you. We're not. Look. We love the show. What sucks is we're not on the show 24/7. So once I get news, I'll let you know. I might get the old man down there. So tomorrow morning, this could be bad. I know the 3rd string guy who started last week's definitely out. His was a long-term injury. Lucian has got a leg injury. Well, that takes out his best attribute because he can't throw. So I don't know yet. Something's weird about the Pine thing. The type of injury that he had, he probably should be back by now. But I worry about stuff like that. So I don't know. As that's getting lit up as we're talking, people are betting it. I don't have anything. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm disappointing you. I don't have Moles. And even if I did, I don't trust him. I had a friend of the program. Kate Klubnik's not playing. Next day, Kate Klubnik's playing. Jesus. So he knows who he is. But I like Duke, though, in that one, to go off subject. I don't have anything. We'll talk that one. We'll know at halftime because it'll be more of the same if it's a 4-stringer. Buffalo kill him. GOG 499. Thoughts on Arkansas this week? Mississippi State potentially waving the white flag. Are they? Mississippi State, you think? They're fighting, clawing, and scratching. They both are. I didn't bet the game. I think both are so close to having like 2-3 more wins on the season.
Yeah. This one
more afraid of Arkansas waving the white flag than Mississippi State. You got a coach. Your coach is set. You're building up. You're better than last year. You got a second-year coach. Where Arkansas, do you have faith in Petrino after they blew our best bet last week in the 4th quarter?
Yeah, that was a brutal one. Gun to my head, I do. If there's, both losses absolutely brutal last week for both teams. But I don't have anything on this one. Honestly, total up here at 66, 67. I think at this is a game you probably, if you can, you get in live, and it's going to be just back and forth either way. Insane.
Good point.
So if I have that one on the screen, one of the screens, that I'll be probably trading that pre-flop. I got nothing on this one. And I don't know. I think that where we're at in kind of the dead zone here, 4.5, 5, it's just not going to hit a key either way. So probably kicks off, and I don't have a position. So.
Not sure if you guys are aware of this yet, but we have an incredible 3 times a week newsletter. I didn't even know this till a couple weeks ago when I read the ad thing. So I'm not sure most of you guys know this, but Mondays you get the latest injury reports, takeaways in the NFL, and early leans, plus NHL thoughts from Alex Moretto. Wednesdays you get the first practice report from every team, plus BetStamp giving out EV props and much more. And Fridays we have Kirk's Hammer. He usually writes about things he's observed as a pro bettor, things in the industry, and things that have helped him get better. You can subscribe now at thehammer.bet and never miss a newsletter. Heisman talk from Jack, $1.99.
This is a better $1.99, Jack.
Yeah. And he did say he's not going to confirmed I won't bet Texas to win it all. Thanks, fellas. Yeah, I'm glad he brings this up because you texted me this week on the Heisman. I was surprised by the straw poll. I'll
Yeah.
let you unveil it.
I mean, so again, this is not the end all be all because it's a small sample and it can drastically swing either way. But the athletic straw poll was basically 90% Mendoza won. I think he got 19 or 20 votes at the one. Here's the other thing, and this is why I did, just full disclosure, bet a lot of Mendoza this week. I don't think Indiana has a losable game until the Big Ten championship game. And so all you're going to see, and you've seen it kind of this week, is him go from, 260, 250 down to 180, 190, 200. Is that one, Signetti loves to run it up, and two, they're going to win the next. So if he's in the lead right now, very simple process here. If he's in the lead, in a massive lead right now, if the season ends today, according to the poll, they win the next 4 weeks, 2 of which are going to be absolute, maybe 3, just run it up, get him a bunch of pad the stats. Worst case, Big Ten championship game, he's going to be minus money for that. He's going to be minus 200, minus 300.
I will bet that no.
Hey, right. You could take it in that conference championship game there. So, yeah, I mean, listen, I know this show, Cress, I see ya. I know this show was wrong on Travis Hunter last year, but I'm not saying he's a lock to win. I'm saying he's not going to have a plus money in front of his name by the time this gets to the last week of the season, unless Indiana gets a massive upset, and I just don't see it. You got Maryland at the 3 touchdown. You got Penn State next week. Then you got a couple cupcakes. I don't see it.
Yeah, I hear you. I think Julian's saying, but we'll see. I don't know. You know what? I stand by my position. I'll know more. These Heisman voters, I mean, they're not watching every week. Whoever's, hot late.
Yeah,
that last week of the regular season, big games. Michigan, Ohio State game. Obviously Michigan's had their way, but I mean, if Sang has a big game, that one, and they beat Indiana, there's your Heisman winner. So somebody else. What if A&M goes unbeaten and Marcel Reed has a couple big performances? Ty Simpson, Bama runs late. I don't see that. I think the star of Indiana is the coach, not the quarterback. I think you're betting on. I mean, aren't you betting on storylines, to sort of speak, or no?
No, I hear you. I mean, listen,
right.
I'm not.
What's your boy Tent? He always gets them right. I mean, what's he? I haven't seen Mendoza come in off of him, right?
No,
I problem seeing Mendoza. But again, don't take my word for it. I didn't see Travis Hunter. Should have though. I should have known when they played the highlights on that one game, a game they lost, and they're just showing Travis Hunter highlights. I'll never forget that as long as I live.
Anything outside of those? Do you see another? I mean,
Pavia. I mean, if you really like Vanderbilt this week, Pavia.
Yeah.
Agree or disagree?
No, I agree.
Because they have Auburn. I mean, when you're saying, they're going to rack up wins, well, they have Auburn and Kentucky, and then it'll be against Tennessee in the finale. So I just think if you like Vanderbilt to win this week, and you don't have Diego Pavia already in the portfolio, I think you need to add it.
I think Pavia has the narrative factor that
I don't think he has the stats, though.
Yeah, it's the problem. Is, to be honest with you, they lost the Bama game because he played like trash. The last few weeks, listen, maybe we're in a safe space here. If Vanderbilt had a better quarterback, are they like a real, I know people are like, we love Pavia. He's all came there for the turnaround and all that. He hasn't really played particularly well the last month. And
Bama, I thought he played well against LSU.
He was better against LSU for sure.
They should have lost last week, though.
They should have lost last week. I mean, even LSU wasn't on the ground, he was more effective, but they really they were bad last week. They got outplayed by a Missouri team that definitely should have won. So I don't know. We'll see. You
got one? Well, do you got one down the board or no?
What if Texas A&M runs the table?
Yeah, Marcel Reed. Didn't I kind of mention that? Yeah, I could see that. I'll tell you who's got the stats. No storylines, no narrative to back it up. Playing out of his skull. Haynes King for Georgia Tech.
Yeah, but, I mean, you want to talk no.
Yeah, that's what I mean. No narrative.
Just no. Yeah, I don't. What does Tech got to finish the?
They got Georgia. See, that's a big game. What if they win that one? But again, they're going to be a double-digit underdog.
It's tough. It's tough. I don't know. I mean, he's got, man, I don't know.
I honestly don't know. Crestman says yes, BP. Is that in reference to
a Haynes King? I think Crest wanted some Haynes King. I will say some of the guys, like, I think Jeremiah Smith is dead. Chambliss is dead. Jeremiah Love, the faintest of hope. The
what would help them if they had like a big game late?
Yeah.
They don't. So if he had like one more like big game, like an SC game, and he had 200 some yards, and then they don't have a conference championship game. So he's dead. So Mike, here we go. You'll like this one. Mike's asking $4.99. This question is for Joey. Why does BP refuse to accept Clark Lee as a winner? Heads up backing BK versus A&M. I don't get it. What's he thinking, man?
Mike, I wish I knew, brother. I wish I knew. I don't know. You know what? He got Brian Kelly fight. Hated him so much. He got him fired, jinxed him. I feel like I don't know. Maybe I've missed it. I don't know if I've heard the Clark Lee slander.
No, I love Clark Lee.
I was gonna say that's right. Yeah, I know you're not on the Vandy wagon this week, but I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I think maybe if you're a Vandy guy, you might.
I have bet against him quite a bit, though. Now that I think about it, I think I bet against Vanderbilt the last 4 games. So, because I took 3.5 with Mizzou, which was probably the right side. Let's be honest. LSU was the wrong side when I backed.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt against Alabama, I won, but probably shouldn't have. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just my power ratings. I'm old Allen Boston. Programs have levels, and my power ratings not catching up with this new Vandy. Or is it? We'll see this week. Action Sports Central.
Do you think he's Vanderbilt's coach next year?
That's a good question. He is a Vanderbilt grad. Very intellectual guy. He was in Notre Dame DC for several years, so I love Clark Lee. And very, X's and O's. I would think unless he gets an absolute shit ton bag thrown in his way. I mean, I could only see Notre Dame would be the job he'd leave for. Why would you leave? Like, in this era, I think Nashville's going to have some money. So, yeah. That's your alma mater. That's a great town to be in.
And I feel like, as you saw with Matt Rule this week and Kurt Signetti, the prior, you just leverage the openings and get more money on your current deal where you're at. You got a good thing going. You just, like, instead of having to go take the money elsewhere, you just say, hey, they're offering me this. Now I want this. And everybody runs to the window and cuts you the check. So, yeah, I would say I would lean towards yes as well.
We'll see. If it's not done by this weekend, but I was hearing Franklin to Virginia Tech. You heard it here first. I mentioned that right off the bat. But we'll see. I think he might end up holding out for like Auburn or Florida State, Franklin. The other jobs, I don't know if Lane takes one. LSU's kind of a mess organizationally. Would you want to take that right now?
No.
I promise you, this isn't political. I'm just saying when you don't have a school president, you don't have an athletic director, you got the governor meddling. I don't care if he's Democrat, I don't care if he's Republican, I don't care what it is. That doesn't scream. And then you think about expectations. We just fired a guy, 2 coaches ago that won a national, or 3 coaches ago, he won a title. They fired him. Another coach wins a national championship. They fire him. They fire Brian Kelly, who's 34-14, year 4. I just don't know if I'm taking that job. If I'm Lane.
As we were saying on last week's show, I think a lot of them, you want the young, like the young up-and-comer guy, and it feels like if you're the governor, you want a name, right? You want a grandiose, you want a political win, not so much who's the best coach for the school type of win. So I think I agree with you. That could get a little
Florida,
weird.
I think, I'll give you one. Drinkwitz. If it isn't Kiffin, it's Drinkwitz. I got one for LSU, maybe Dillingham from Arizona State. I just think with Drinkwitz and Dillingham now, maybe they don't leave, but now that their season's lost, their quarterback's out. Now all of a sudden, you're thinking, oh, maybe we can run towards flirting with the playoff again. Now it's going to be 4 or 5 losses, down to your backup quarterback. So Charles is asking Sharon Moore to LSU. You would root for that when you help him back.
Yeah, I will say this is not the cycle I think you want to be.
Very good. I would agree. Not now. Not that.
No.
No, you don't want to be in this cycle. And here's the thing: people are going to jump in the cycle. So everybody's doing it. Let's fire our coach. Now.
Right.
You don't want to fire your coach. Now.
Where's the next Signetti? Give us the next Signetti. So
yeah, there's not many Signettis out there.
No, that's a hard find.
Who do you think? Who are you hearing? I'm hearing Heartline, Penn State, and Matt Campbell. Those are the two names I'm hearing now.
Man, I think Matt Campbell would be underwhelming.
Or Fran Brown. I heard people keep telling me Fran Brown, but I haven't heard. I heard betting people tell me Fran Brown. I haven't heard media types tell me Fran Brown.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't. Heartline. I think he's a dynamite recruiter, like absolute. And so to me, but
that's a tough first job.
Yeah, I know that you don't really have much. You don't have a ton of leeway either. So that is a tough. I mean, but that's the kind of like. I don't know how much he's making at Ohio State, probably a couple million. But if someone's going to, 3x your salary,
3x,
yeah, maybe even more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like maybe 5x. Then it's like, of course you're going to take it. So
back to the chat. Big Stu USC $5. Are we getting to a buy price with USC Nebraska? I'm going to ask you on that. Are we?
I was on the fence at 6. And now so the only thing I'll say is, do you think we see any better? Do you think we see a flat 4? Do you think we see a 3.5 before kick?
I don't think so. It's already juiced out. Penny lean. Doesn't mean anything hardly anymore, but that's 6 right now?
Yep.
No. I think USC team total is where I'd go. But I'm okay with laying 4.5. What bothers me is this program in the last 12 years has only won one time traveling.
I know. This is
like not even. I know left-handed quarterback east of the Mississippi, played at 7:00 at night. I'm not a big trends guy, but this program, not only Lincoln Riley, this program does not perform well traveling. They don't. One game, Purdue. That's it. In the last 12 years, that's the only game they won in the Central or Eastern time zone.
That's absolutely. It's just the
1-6. I know. Somebody said, "Oh, I think they're," because I tweeted the 1-7. That's what they are under Riley. Somebody tweeted at me. It's like, I think it's 1-16. I'm like, no fucking way. No way is it 1-16. It is 1-16. Straight up and 2-15 against the spread. That's horrific. But I'm not a big trends guy. You give me the right number. I mean, my numbers, even though I'm pro Nebraska in this matchup a little bit. I can only lay 4.5. So if you want to best bet it, I'm good.
Let's wait till tomorrow.
All right, let's wait. I do think USC team total. That's a good one. Any other best bets you want to get at? Let me look at the board here. Let me ask you. We've done 2 shows, and we haven't even talked this game yet. Not one time. Purdue, Michigan. Where you at on that one? 21.5.
I think Michigan's going to be down. Jimmy Rolder, who had like the greatest game of his life last week for State, I think he's out. There's another linebacker they lost. Cole Sullivan's out. So they're going to be thin at linebacker. Those 2 guys are out.
Those are 2 of my favorite guys.
I know. I think they're both. I think Sullivan's down for a while because Rolder, I think, is just out for the week.
Paul's asking, how does Purdue score? That's how they score. Rolder and Sullivan are like glue guys. These are the type of games where these guys shine. You know what you're getting from these guys in these types of games. They're built for games like this.
Yeah. So
Purdue for me, plus 21.5.
that would be, I agree with you. That would be the way I'd lean. I will say the offense has just been very different at home in a good way. Like they seem to be comfortable, like opening it up more, throwing around the park more. On the road, they go, even at East Lansing next week. I mean, granted, he wasn't playing well. They went to like the second half was like, we're just handing the ball off. And it worked because Michigan State's so trash. It might work versus Purdue because they're so trash. But, I would actually, you know what? I'd lean a little over here. And I see we just got a show.
Or best bet. It's 7:00. We can talk about it tomorrow.
All right.
Jack's 499. Memphis team total over 30.5. Don't hate it. Even though I'm on the Rice side, don't hate that.
Yeah, I agree. Even though we're taking the Rice plus the points, I'm not going to talk you off the team total there.
Yeah, especially when that's a good I mean, when I started looking, that I'm like, whoa, that's 30.5, because I'm seeing 31.5 at a bunch of places. So I think that's a bet, not a best bet. Thank you, Jack, for that. Let me look at some other ones here that I had written down. Do we want a best bet, Cal, or just leave them in the thing? Is 6 good for you?
Yeah, we got enough sticks out there. Let's lock it.
All right. Cal, best bet 6. Barb, you're going to have to track it somewhere else. But hell, there's even a 6.5 out there. But yeah, there's plenty of 6s. That would be in fact, I mean, if I was quoting something, I would say line 6. So there you go, Cal, best bet. That's why you guys stay tuned in, 50-some minutes on the show. I got some more. We want to lock in New Mexico?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. Give it to me.
All right. New Mexico plus 4.5. There we go. There's the best bet. Get it in, Barb. That's 4.5 at our friends at FanDuel. Love it. We already did Delaware on Monday's show. And speaking of Monday's show, we also did. We got do you still like Tennessee? I love Tennessee minus 2.5. Or no?
Yeah, I'm in. I'm in.
It's 2.5. If you didn't get that one, it's there. 2.5.
Some other people in the industry I know liked Oklahoma, but
I don't get it. I think Oklahoma's defense is overrated. They didn't play anybody. With all due respect to your Michigan Wolverines, Auburn, South Carolina, Texas, none of those are good offenses. They finally faced one last week, and look what happened. So, come on. Oh, Minnesota was another good one. We snuck that one in there.
That was that. Sometimes the timing on the show lines up right.
That was very good timing. Very fortunate.
Yeah,
we say that, get beat
someone
by
was
30.
teaming Michigan State, and we were able to get that in at a great price. So
I got another one to see your thoughts. Wake plus 10.5. Wake Forest plus 10.5. Where you at there?
Man, it's funny because I was going to bring that game up to you Monday.
Says Florida State. Market says Florida State, but I don't know. I wouldn't trust Florida State over anybody right now.
Through 10, this one? I know it's off. I know the spot says Florida State, but man, that feels baked in and overbaked right now.
Yeah. Wake can play D.
Yeah.
I'll leave it up to you, man. What do you think?
Nope, let's fire. Give me
Wake Forest plus 10.5. Best bet. Boom. Charles says that's a banger. Andrew says Wake Forest defense is legit. Yeah. Come on. Charles asking who likes Oklahoma in the industry. Mikey V. No, I think a couple of tan guys like Oklahoma, some other guys. Market says Oklahoma.
And they do. I like those guys. So they do. Their college football stuff is good.
And I'll tell you, they got a lot of followers. They are moving. They are moving markets. Because sometimes I'll look, I'm like, I didn't see this from the doctor. I didn't see it from, 3-letter service is out now. Tent didn't do it. I didn't do anything with it. I'm like, who's releasing? And then I look to fire up their old app, and I was like, oh, that's why. Mike, $1.99. Anything, Mike? I don't see it. But Elliot likes Oklahoma plus 3. Yeah, there's some differences there. RW fan, he's back. I was waiting for RW. $5. Hi, gents, was on Tulane minus 3.5 last night. Who moved that to minus 6? I don't know. Did you see who was behind that?
I did not. I did not see that move. So,
any look aheads for Joey Pucks?
I win. You know what? I don't have the tomorrow, but on a tonight game, let's call this. If you've been betting the Pucks, I know it's gone well. Do this one as more of a pizza bet. Islanders on like the 185, 190. If you go to, there's a few exchange out there with even like closer to 2-1. So that's about where I played a smaller bet tonight. I had a couple totals. They both moved out of range. So don't want to give those out now. But we'll have for tomorrow's halftime. We'll have
some FCS too. Maybe.
Yeah. I don't have the overnight bet for hockey, but we'll have some more pucks tomorrow. But just we'll call it an Islanders sprinkle tonight.
Back to the chat. Benjamin Rash 999. 14.5 is available. Is it time to get down on the farm with Stanford?
I feel like we missed a few Stanford plays.
Yeah,
Like
I think Stanford's the side. I haven't gotten there, but I definitely think they're the side there.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there either. They are playing better. I know Pitt's going out to the West Coast. I know they've been banged up. I
14 and a half is pretty good. I'm looking at the board.
It is the best number in market.
Yeah. All right. We best betting it or no?
I'll call it a lean.
All right. There you go. Yeah. It's outweigh. You're learning. You're learning. Yeah. Yes. I love it. I got one for you before we get to Rikes.
Our dub, if they win this week, I'll believe. I'm a believer in the chips if they win this week.
Well, yeah, they better win. They're part of the money line.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I'm saying believer in terms of they can win the MAC.
Man, I still like Miami, Ohio. And Ohio, I don't know. Who knows?
No, I would agree. I don't think, but they have a pathway to make the championship.
Oh yeah. Yep. Rikes 499. ND minus 29.5, big number, but BC can't stop or score on them. Boise team total over 34.5 at home versus weak Fresno. Thanks, fellas. I don't hate the Boise one.
Yeah, I would prefer that to the Notre Dame one.
Yeah, I actually lean more BC.
Me too. If I see
that's a 330, we got to wait on that one because that one, I think we might. I'm going to call my shot. I think we might get a 31.
Yeah. Yep. The Notre Dame game day money.
Yeah, I'm already seeing 30.5.
Yeah.
At a bunch of spots now. I took some money as we were doing the show. Yeah, we're waiting on that one tomorrow. BC might be on tomorrow's halftime. I'll take 31.5. 31. That is a lot. That they've never been favored by that much over BC. Mike is asking 499. I got Vandy to win the SEC boosted to 660 to 1 hedge. Also, Ohio State hasn't played anyone either. Why so high on them? Need more art. Need more art this year, BP. I don't know what that means. What does the art mean? I don't know. 60 is that 660 to 1? I mean 660 or 6600 to 1. I can't do the math.
It is 660 to 1 with the extra zero. I don't know if he snuck that, but
I don't know how do you hedge it? With Texas money line?
That's the problem. Is if you start this early,
too early.
It's too early. You got it. You'll be
gotta wait for the Tennessee game.
Yeah, because there's so many things, and then the tiebreakers and stuff, and so yeah. I know you got it. It's an insane price to where it is now, but if you start hedging, you're going to get yourself this early in a tough spot with how much you have to keep compounding the losses, where the hedge losses are going to start adding up week after week if you do it. So unfortunately, I think you got to let it breathe until that Tennessee game.
As far as the Buckeyes, maybe it's eye test. I saw them shut down Washington. I know Michigan shut down Washington. I know they haven't played anybody, but I don't know. I mean, isn't like Ohio State though? I mean, they've earned people's trust. I mean, over the last 3 decades. I mean, they're just consistent week after week. So I don't know. Penn State, Ohio State. Did you do anything with that game?
You know what? I was literally going to come on here and say, if I get a 21, I don't know why, but I think I have to play Penn. And then it got steamed today early. So
yeah, it did.
I'm out now. I was looking for a 21. There's mostly 20.5. It got hit down. I can't.
Tank gave out first half under. I like it. I like that bet.
Yeah, I like that as well.
I've already bet that, and he gave that out. I'm like, yep, that's a good bet. Do I got another one? How about this one? Duke plus 3.5 against Clemson. Where you at on that one?
I haven't seen I
think Klubnik's playing.
Yeah, I think he is too.
So
no,
nobody was wrong. I'm okay with that though. It don't matter to me. So all right, lean Duke there. There's a lean on the way out. Is there any other ones that I'm missing? Georgia, Florida thoughts. We haven't talked that one. I'm on Georgia this week, but I seem to be on an island. A lot of people like Florida. I just don't get it. The 1 game interim bump. Georgia's going to play out of their. I mean, Florida's their rival. I think Georgia's going to play hard too.
Yeah, this is one The classic, like, lay 7, 6.5, take 7.5. So I think it's whether you're on the side, each side of it, it's I think the right number 7. That's where it's at. So
I laid 7. Boom. Georgia by 10. Let's recap best bets. You know what? I do have one more ad read. Somebody in the chat's like, don't forget that ad read. Yeah, I almost forgot. Because, well, I mean, it ties into what we're doing tomorrow, though. If you can't get enough of us, you're in luck. We do 3 shows a week now, including the Saturday College Halftime Show. Knish and myself give immediate reaction to the games of the morning, plus anything we might like later in the day. That's Saturday right here on the Hit the Books YouTube channel. Vanderbilt-Texas. Very good game. People are asking me about the Delaware quarterback. I'm seeing I got a bunch of messages on that. No, I have not gotten word on that yet. I haven't put it out to the world, and nobody confirmed anything there. Let's recap best bets. We gave a ton at the end here. Obviously, what we gave out on Monday was under 45.5 in that Texas Vanderbilt game. Negative CLV, but I'm not too worried. We're going to add more. We also gave out Delaware plus 3.5. Speaking of that, I do think the quarterback's going to play. I just need confirmation. Delaware plus 3.5, Minnesota minus 2.5. Good number there. And then we also gave out Tennessee minus 2.5, which is still playable. And then today we gave out New Mexico plus 4.5. It's also part of the Moneyline round robin. We also gave out Cal plus 6. Ditto as far as being part of the Moneyline round robin. Arizona minus 3.5. Wake Forest plus 10.5. 8. It's a good portfolio.
Good portfolio.
Anything else to add on the way out?
No, I think that's good. We'll have
to get to. Barb's got a Halloween party to get to. Barb can chime in if she's got a best bet, because I see some people in the chat were asking for it. Barb usually gives it out on game day. I got nothing else. Somebody's asking San Diego State. Did you bet that game? San Diego State, Wyoming?
I did not. I got nothing in that one. I know that. I mean, San Diego State's been an absolute wagon.
Yeah. I just feel like the moment I bet on them, they'll lose outright. I did bet on them. The only game they lost, Washington State. I bet on them that week. That was my biggest bet of the week. The fuck? They lost 36-13. It, like, the number dropped, and then what? Fucking horrible. I bet like plus 4.5. I think at one point, and I thought they were gonna flip favorite. Unbelievable. I do remember that now. I guess to monitor Buffalo B. You gotta monitor BG. That's my homework. I can get the old man out there to the Deloitte in the morning. Barb says not today, tomorrow. For those looking. Boom. All right. That's the show. Appreciate you guys. Be safe out there if you're trick-or-treating, going to those parties. A happy Halloween for the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish. For Barb, I'm Brad Powers. Thank you for all your super chats, comments, concerns. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Halftime, Vanderbilt, Texas. You just watched Hit the Books, part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel. See you tomorrow.